I was fed up. Levi and Hanji demand me more and more. Don't you see that I'm tired, as I hate all this. Armin tells me it's my duty, and Mikasa believes the same thing, and I just want rest. Jean keeps bothering me and Sasha and Connie don't think they pay attention to me. Since they were dating they changed a lot. As I walked by an idiot, I collided with someone. Yes, I am stupid. I clashed with the queen. Ria's story. What? I was crying? Why exclamation point. Let's go to Kimono. Must be your imagination. Who I? Wait. It is not my imagination.
The governors of the districts told me that those of the server corps were crazy. That I should not keep them in the castle. I hate them. They say that I am a spoiled. In the middle of the conference I just stopped and left. You know I was crying. I was going straight to my room. I didn't want anyone to see me. I want to be alone. Then I collide with someone who does not see me, but then I felt that a warm hand grabbed my chin and made me turn. That hand was large, and also warm. When I see the person who was holding me, it was Eren. I couldn't bear to break into tears. Surely I think I'm crazy. But instead of asking me something, I take care of the princess type and take me to my room and deposit me in bed and say, let's see. Why are you crying? Historia say they told me to evict them from the castle, and I don't want to. But I'm afraid. What if there is a revolution? I don't know how to handle it. I want to escape. Apparently I surprised Eren. Because he had a huge astonished face. I thought he was going to tell me I was crazy. But no. He hugged me tightly and told me, Eren say I want to escape too. Let's escape Tojith. Historia say Eren. Yes. We will escape. And we will do it together. I grabbed Eren from his stiff back and threw him together with me on the bed. We slept together that night. It was beautiful. The next day waking up Eren's face was in my cleavage. Historia say KYAA. Eren say AA, what happened? Historia say perverted. Eren say what did I do? In those moments, Levi running and breaking the door, behind him Jan and Sasha. 1 Levi say what happened? Eren 3 seeing the situation, the face of Sasha and Jan change and Levi looked at Eren. Eren say this is not what it seems. Jan say I think that's no way to approach Queen. Eren Sasha say had I never seen Eren's perverted side, what would happen when Mikasa found out? Levi say brat what are you doing? 3 Eren say I was not the one who was the pervert, it was actually the lady I have next to me. Sasha say why do you say so? Eren say she just threw me on the bed and put my face in her cleavage. Historia say well it's true, but I didn't want anything of what you think. Levi say Historia do you know that you can choose who you want as a husband, but that is not the way, do you understand me? Story say get out now, leave me alone with Eren. Sasha say 7W7 Jan say 7U7 Levi say they left Eren and me alone in the room. Story say Eren about what we talked about yesterday. I think we need a plan. Eren say yes, I think so too. Historia say I was thinking, and I think I already have one, is that you go through the wall. Maria, Rose and Shinna as people. I will carry suitcases in which the 3-dimensional teams will be. When leaving the walls we will walk and then you will become a titan, and I will go on your shoulder with the 3-dimensional equipment, so you will run until the titan can no longer. Then I will take you out and bring you the 3-dimensional equipment. You will put it on and we will be ready, because maybe there is some titan out there, and then we will reach a distant forest, which is very close to the sea, about 10 kilometers before arriving, and it would take a long time to arrive. Plus Eren say yes, but we will need supplies. Plus Historia say yes, we will buy them in Shiganshina, so I will take my purse. Eren say yes. When will we execute the plan? Historia say tonight, but first we will need to leave letters to our friends. Capital E. Eren say yes. We start writing the letters, we'll leave them in each of the rooms, and I will say that I leave Armin the reign of the walls. 3.
At night I was ready to execute the plan. I left the letters in each of the rooms without waking up. After that, on my tiptoes I reached the Historia room. There was Historia dressed in a pair of pants and a very masculine shirt. He wore a cape, and in his hand he carried another. He gave it to me and we went to the place where the equipment was, grabbed two, and put them in a suitcase to each one. After that we had to go up to the second floor, since we couldn't go out the front door, through the guards. We went up to the second floor and there we go down the vines, and after that we ran straight to the city. At that time we had to run to the center because or else it would not be suspicious. Historia say, am I tired? And if we rest in that inn? Eren say yes. Ali entering the inn, a man saw us surprised. But before we got closer I told him, Eren say, I'll talk, just cover yourself as much as you can. Historia just nodded. Innkeeper say, what are two young people doing here and at this time? Eren say, we are looking for a place to sleep. Innkeeper say it would be 200. Historia approached and took gold coins out of his bag. Innkeeper say, room number 1043. We walked in Then we saw the room and there we opened the door, we entered. We left the briefcases and the luggage. Story say, I'm going to bathe there and say here, so you can change in the bathroom. Story say sure. Historia grabbed his clothes and got into the bathroom.
I went to the bathroom. When I bathed, I relaxed a lot, but since I left the castle I was thinking that, when this flight ends, will we have to live together? Will we have children? Historia don't think about that. But they would be very pretty and strong. A blonde with green eyes or a brown with blue eyes, how cute. But that would be Eren and mine's decision. So cute. To go thinking about those slugs. I left the bathroom without a towel. Eren say, Historia. Clothes 00. Historia say a. I looked and ran straight to the bathroom. No. Eren saw me naked. I don't think I could see him in the eyes. I dressed in my long white pajamas and left the bathroom. Eren was still blushing. Eren say, Historia. A story say, you don't have to regret anything. In fact you are cute. No. Did I say it out loud? Idiot. I'm an idiot, so he will never accept me. Eren say, Historia. You are also pretty. I wish you were my girlfriend. 15. Story say, Eren. Of course it is. He approached me and kissed me slowly. Eren say, come let's sleep. I just nodded and lay down next to him, and he hugged me. I think what I said, if it's going to be fulfilled. For next day I woke up and Eren was already awake. I had a tray with food. It was oatmeal, an apple and milk. Eren say, it's for you. I already had breakfast. Story say, thank you Eren. I started to eat. And Eren started. Change shirt in front of me. 003. Eren say, what's up? We are already boyfriends. Historia say, true. -3. Eren say, well, get dressed in the bathroom and we're leaving. They'll be sure to realize soon. Story say, sure. I changed my clothes with a pair of boots and a white shirt. All of the above was something guango, since it should not be noticed that she was a woman. That's why I also put on a cape. We went down, we paid the innkeeper, we grabbed our luggage and we walked. Because of Shina, I felt that someone was watching us, because I felt that everyone was watching us and that they were following every movement we made. Eren say, Historia, let's not go through areas with many people. Remember that it is the capital and that there is the military police. I just nodded. After that we arrived in the middle of the day in an area next to the wall. I was alone so we could use the EM3D. We passed the Shina wall without any noticing, I hope. But surely you will have noticed that we left, since, although we have escaped, they would notice immediately. In fact, I am surprised that we are not captured by Alan.
We had already passed the wall, but I don't know how things were going with Armin and Mikasa. I hope they don't reach us.
When I woke up I found a letter of Historia saying that he gave me the rain, but this cannot be the case. And I also found a letter from Ren saying that he fled. It cannot be so. What worries me is how others will react. I went straight to Ren's room. There was Mikasa, Jean, Levi, Kwani and Sasha. Sasha say he really left. Mikasa say Ren. Jean say stupid. Levi say damn brat. Kwani say at least he would have said goodbye. To Armin say hey guys, maybe it's with Historia. We ran to the Historia room, but there was neither Historia nor Ren. What are we going to do? They are the most important of these walls. Levi say look for the whole castle. 3. Everyone ran to look for Ren and Historia. We didn't find them and they were half the day. What were we going to do? Surely they're far away. When we got off we took off the equipment and put it back in the suitcase. Story say Ren, it's already noon, and I'm hungry. Ren say well, expect a deal that or if they won't reach us. Historia say it's true, but we have a problem. Ren say if I know. Historia say we are in the middle of a meadow, without anyone seeing us, since there is nothing but nature. Ren say and if I've become a titan I would attract a lot of attention. Historia say we will have to walk. Historia and I started walking towards the south, but we couldn't find anything. An hour later we found a patrol car. That was bad, and it was rich. Rico say here you, what are you doing here? Ren say we are young people who are only looking for adventure. Rico say take off your cape. Historia say why? Rico say to see his identity. When Ren and I saw each other, we had no choice but to do it. Rico say they look alike. No, it can't be, there in the capital. What, I'm sorry, you can leave. 3. Historia and I nodded and started running, and in an hour we could see the town next to the wall. Story say I'm tired. Are we going to an inn? Ren say yes, but before we sleep we should eat. Go. Or if not, we'll not have energy. Story say sure. When we entered the town we prepared to find the inn. We found it soon and we were able to buy food. We bought a salad and a big pig. We started to eat it. Only that Historia ate but could not. Yes, I was tired. Story say Ren, you never noticed that Mikasa and Annie were in love with you, right? Ren say what? They were. I'm sorry for them, but I only see them as friends. Historia say Kefka. Friends say hey, but we sleep well. That is at night we go out. Historia say okay.
We went to sleep, and although there were 2 beds we both slept in one, since we are dating. It's nice since Eren doesn't just think about killing titans, now she has time, and the time is for me. Say, when I woke up I bathed and dressed again as a man. It is because Eren and I paid the bill and we went further away from the village, so that they would not see us use the EM3D. When we climbed the wall it was already dawn. When we were going down we were on the Maria wall.
We just searched the castle and they still didn't appear. Annie say we have to look on the wall. Everyone started looking at the wall, asking people for them. And an innkeeper told us that yes, 2 young men had come to his inn last night. They'll see how far they are. Then at night we notified Rico and said he saw someone. Rico said I saw them. They were renting Historia. They were going to a nearby town. I will also look for them just in case. 2. It was already night and we looked around the rose wall, but we didn't find anything. Why Ren? Plus did Historia and you flee for lev? Eren returns. You are too important.
This time we were lucky to fall next to a village, in which we fed. Then we had to travel a lot. We walked about 50 kilometers. Of course we stopped to rest, but it was very tired. And just to get to a town next to the wall. Eren say I think you have already noticed that we have not been for a while. I think we should be cautious. Historia say yes. We started walking towards the inn, and we saw that there was a sign of us wanted. At the time I knew we had to take care of our backs. Eren say innkeeper, give my friend and me a well-served breakfast. Innkeeper say sure. Are they hunting for rewards? Capital T. The reward they give for those boys is very high. They are chasing them. Eren say yes. Innkeeper say your friend is very quiet. Eren say he doesn't like talking to many people. Innkeeper say okay, a breakfast order. They brought us breakfast and we started eating as quickly as possible. We don't even talk, pay and leave. But about to leave the village a man tried to steal me. Man say hey boy, wait. I take off my hood and saw my face. Man say this is the girl you are looking for. How beautiful it is. That means that the boy who is with you is Eren and you are Historia. They are the moss. Important people within the wall. Eren say leave her. Man no. Eren put his hand to his mouth. Don't tell me he was going to become Titan. The man recognized that movement and released me and ran away. Historia say we have to go now. We ran near the walls and put on the EM3D. We climbed the wall and went down to Shiganshina. We arrived where we were going to equip ourselves with supplies.
We already put the reward for bringing them. That will be enough for the bounty hunters to look for them. Levi say they just told us that they spotted them on the Maria wall. Mikasa say Eren. Sasha say because Jean say surely they fled for their love. So that I know Historia always likes Eren. Armin say it can't be. Eren is always interested in killing Titans. Connie say but we already killed them. Levi say listen while we are talking. They move away more and more. Mikasa say Eren. For we started interviewing the man who spotted them. Levi say how did you find them? Man say they were leaving town, and I wanted to ask them something, but when I touched the little one, I accidentally removed his cape and saw his face. He was blonde with blue eyes, and very thin. Henji say why did they escape and you didn't stop them? Man say that boy named Eren was going to become Titan, and he didn't want to die. Jean say what town is it? Man say it's Kintaran. I really invented it, doesn't exist. To Sasha say where are you from? Man say next to the Mary wall, near Shiganshina. Kwani say they're trying to get out of the wall. That is suicide. Marley is still out there. Armin say air. Becomes Titan, he can protect himself only from ships, and with Historia that is of royal blood, so he can use the coordinate. Levi say we have to go get them. Mikasa say Eren. 5 We started riding towards Kintaran. We must hurry. When we arrived we asked the innkeeper and they said that 2 came on that morning, plus they must be far away, but we have to let Shiganshina know.
When we got off immediately we started running to a store, but I felt very tired. I feel that I am very sick. I want to rest. The only thing I saw after that was black.
We were running to the store, but we couldn't continue, since Historia fainted. Upload Historia as a princess and take her to an inn. Upon waking she prizes sick. Story say Eren. Eren say you need to rest. Story say I think I don't shut up running so much in so few days. 1 Eren say we're almost there. Don't worry. I'll take care of you. Story say give me a hug. I didn't hug her, I actually kissed her mouth. It was warm. It was as if a heat were running through my body. Story say Eren. I love you. Eren say and I to you. I lay down next to her and we both slept. It was cute. As it smelled Historia, 1 waking up was already night. Story say Eren. Eren say send. Historia say I just wanted to ask you if you wanted to have children with me. 00 Eren say clack. Of course, only when we grow up. We are still very young. 00 Story say I love you. Say 3 Eren say and I to you. Say 3 We hugged and then we continued the conversation. Historia say Eren, and what will we do if Molly approaches? Eren say well, I break their ships and now say V3. Historia say what if there are titans? Eren say we use the coordinate, if I touch someone from TH. The royal blood to be able to use it. Historia say what if we make a cabin in the forest we found? 1 Eren say sure. Say. Historia say and I know how to make mattresses with sheep wool. Say. Eren say and we will have 3 rooms, 1 for us and 1 for the children. Say. Historia say yes. 00 Eren say but hey, let's get the supplies together. Historia say yes. We started to buy many things. Among them were on this list say 1 food, 2 blankets, 3 pillows, 4 an axe, 5 cloth, 6 cotton, 7 water, 8 seeds, 3 all that we buy, and for the better. With the Titan power we can move the trees with ease. Say. After that we started walking through the city, so we thought that EM3D equipment needed gas. Historia say we can steal from the barracks. Eren say but you can discover us. Historia say not if we do it at night. We started planning. We are going to enter through the window. After that we were going to enter the supplies and then steal some supply tanks and we were going to go. When executing the plan everything went perfect, only they almost discovered us. The good thing is that the soldiers were drunk. Say. When we left the barracks, Historia again fainted. I had to help him get close to the wall. Eren say Historia, Historia. She did not react, since, I will have to give her mouth-to-mouth breathing. When I started giving her I realized something, she was paler. When he woke up he already had a more natural color. Eren say Historia, are you sick of something? Historia say yes, I cannot travel great distances more than 50 kilometers because or else my body receives a very large energy downturn. One Eren say Historia, we are close, we are next to the wall, you can. Historia say, I have an idea, when you become a titan I put myself in your hands and there is sleep to recover energy. Eren say sure, we just have to get through fast, since we're close to the guards. Story say come on Eren. I just nodded, we put on the EM3D and we got on. After that we had to knock out some guards, then we went down and we could get out of the walls. We were already outside. I bit my hand and became a titan. Historia with the EM3D landed in my hands. She could put all the luggage and lay on my hands and went to sleep. We will go to live near the sea. Historia. We did it.
We could already check all the worst people we couldn't. Damn, they should be in Shiganshina. Mikasa say Eren. 11 Levi say we have to go to Shiganshina as quickly as possible. Upon arrival it was night. We checked in the taverns. An innkeeper told us that 2 young men with a large luggage had left recently. They must be them. After that we went to the base. There were drunk guards. Levi say damn drunk soldiers say we're robbed. There are no 4 gas tanks. Armin say yes, they needed to recharge. Wait, we looked at and saw the lightning of the transformation of Titan. We ran straight to the wall and used the EM3D to climb. As we climbed we saw in the distance a Titan Ren run. Mikasa say Ren, I will come back for you. 2 Sasha say they're already far away. We won't get the horses on time. Kwani say they'll be back. Jean say we'll find you friends. Armin say that time I will be the king, but when you come back Historia, you will become the queen again. Plus Levi say naive brats. Hanji say we are from the server call, we will find them. All say we'll find them.
I was running in my titan form. It was faster and easier. I carried Historia in my hands. She slept and recharged her head in the luggage. It was very easy to carry all this in a titan form. Historia on waking seemed to be hungry.
Give me, because I had a monstrous hunger. I saw Eren who was watching me, then I saw behind him. Apparently we were already far away, since I could not see the walls anymore, but anyway we should not take a risk. Historia say in half an hour you stop. Okay. Eren nodded. I was just seeing the landscape. It was strange, it gave me a strange feeling, and when I saw Eren, Asia getting bigger, with my 3-dimensional team I put on Eren's shoulder. Then I approached her face and I kissed him on the cheek. Then I sat back on Eren's shoulder. I'd like to know if this is love. When Eren stopped it was already night, and we couldn't go on, so I had to get him out of Titan's body. It was hot. I had always heard from Armin that it was almost impossible to get them out, but this time I experienced it, and I knew it was all true. Eren say thank you. Historia say you're welcome. Eren say we need to make a fire. Wait for me here. I go by branches, wait for it, and wait for it. Will it be lost? When I was about to go looking for him I saw a shadow approaching. It was Eren. Eren say sorry for taking. Story say never mind. Say Eren made the fire and we could warm up. It was nice fire. It was a FL flame. Cute. Eren began to approach me and put his face in front of mine. Eren say we're almost there. Story say sure. I wrapped my arms around Eren's neck and started kissing him. It was very warm, his lips were soft and warm. He started following me the game, and he followed the kiss that increasingly desecrated our lips, kissed me sweetly. Was beautiful this feeling I felt for Eren. And I'm glad to be his girlfriend. We slept between that values and love that we gave each other. The next day I woke up from the warmth of the sun. It was already dawn. It was beautiful, but when I woke up, Eren was hugging me tightly, and wouldn't let me move, but he didn't notice, and he hugged me and started kissing me. What kind of dreams does Eren have for me to do those things? Eren say huh. Hey exclamation point. Historia say it doesn't matter. Eren say I'm sorry it wasn't my intention. Historia say but what kind of dreams do you have Eren? Eren say, There are things that one should not know. 3. Historia say well, let's get ready to leave here. Today we have to get there. Eren just nodded, then took out 2 apples and gave it to me. Eren say you must. Tiffle, but when I woke up, Eren was hugging me tightly, and wouldn't let me move, but he didn't notice, and he hugged me and started kissing me. What kind of dreams does Eren have for me to do those things? Eren say huh. Hey exclamation point. Historia say it doesn't matter. Eren say I'm sorry it wasn't my intention. Historia say but what kind of dreams do you have Eren? Eren say, there are things that one should not know. 3. Historia say well, let's get ready to leave here. Today we have to get there. Eren just nodded, then took out 2 apples and gave it to me. Eren say you must eat, or if you don't get weak, and I don't want that. Historia story say thank you Eren, you were very kind. The apples were juicy, but they wouldn't stay that long, so we ate it quickly and stored the seeds so that we would later ask for planting. And let's have an apple tree in our new home. After that Eren bit her hand and became a titan of 15m. After that she leaned down so that I could get on easily, then grabbed the luggage and started running. He ran a lot. I could even sleep for a while, and I could rest, but Eren no. I wonder why he tries so hard. He was always one of those who never gave up. Of those who always stood up. Of those who always knew what to say in sad moments for their friends. With indomitable will. That never gives up. Of those who always believe in humanity. Of those who protect their friends above all. But what I was wondering was because you're always the hero. Don't you think about yourself? Plus, and now I know why he asked me to run away together. Because he is tired. The hero. Eren, we arrive at our new home. It is on the south side of a forest. There we can find food and things to prepare the house. This will arrive at our new home. It is on the south side of a forest. There we can find food and things to prepare the house. This will last a long time, but we will achieve it. Sadie Eren began to take out the trees from its root. That made the job easier. Then we found a land in the forest that was flat. About 3m there was a river and you could easily enter and exit. Our house is going to be made of wood. So I started to carve and cut the wood into boards. It was difficult and arduous. Eren helped put everything. But the first time, in an attempt to place a board, everything fell silent and we had to start again. It was very tired. Then we had to rest and take Eren from the titan body. Eren say what a hard job, but we're doing well. Historia say hey, about the windows, how we. Eren say, what if we use the sand on the beach to melt it and make the glass preparation, with my titan shape? I will boil it. 5. Historia say yes Sadie, we went to the beach and grabbed a lot of sand. Then we melted it. With the detailed work we could make it look pretty. Then we gave the final touches and after 3 whole days we could finish this beauty. Historia say. Eren, but if we just did the exterior, the interior is missing. Eren say we'll end up fatigued after this story. Say think good Eren, think good Sadie. This time Eren could not become a titan, since we had to work inside. I started working all the wool, for the bedrooms and the armchairs. Where his a fireplace in the children's room and in ours, also in the room 2 we also put a channel connected to the river 1. It was very difficult to do all that. I think the hardest thing for me was to make the mattresses. I made the pillows with bird feathers. Then we decided to make a tree house for the children. Say Diana house in case the sea or the server core find us. That house is in the very center of the forest, so it is difficult to reach, and also had only what was necessary. A kitchen and a room with a large and a light bed. Inside the tree house we put some books, toys and sheets with colors. Also on the whole floor of that house we put pillows. It is perfect Sadie. We finish each of the details, decorations and everything in a month. I think we were fast thanks to the Titan power. After that Eren and I celebrated. Sadie Eren say today because it is a special day because we finally finished the house. We can celebrate that today we will eat duck and rabbit. 6. Historia say how delicious. We started eating. That meal was delicious. Since we finally finished this, we will finally rest and be able to talk and do boyfriend things, Eren and I. Since that's what I want. But first, before thinking about the future, I have to think about today, to eat. POV Historia. It's been 2 months since we built the house, the tree house and the shelter house. I think a break would be good, since Eren and I are tired. Eren and I got married in a certain way. We didn't go to church or anything, but we still treated each other like husbands, and besides we slept together and everything. This morning the sun woke us in our faces. It was a faint solar ray that entered through the window. It was beautiful. I feel that someone kisses my forehead. That someone was Eren. Eren say, "Wake up my love." I only opened my eyes slowly until I saw Eren's face very close, which caused me an imminent blush. Historia say, "Eren." He smiled at me and I only saw that faint blush on his face, which I found pleasant. Eren say, "Wake up, we have to go on fee. El day just carbure. We were supposed to go on a picnic today." Historia say, "It's true." I got up quickly and went to the bathroom. I forgot the towel, idiot. Ups, I stuck my head a little and there I saw Eren waiting. Historia say, "Eren." Eren turned to see me and saw my circumstances, which caused him a slight blush. Story say, "You give me the towel." Eren just grabbed and approached and with his eyes covered approached and handed it to me. "What are you so afraid of?" He already saw me naked. After a quick bath I put on the towel and told Eren to leave the room, which he did without question. At the time I put on some sandals and my underwear, then a white dress up to the knees and a hat to cover me from the sun. I was ready. Upon leaving the room, Eren saw me with surprise. Eren say, "Wow, you look beautiful." "Not beautiful, you're a goddess." I blushed a little, since, although they tell me daily, with him it is different, so it is beautiful to say goddess. Historia say, "Thank you." Go down and start preparing lemonade, sandwiches, cheesecake and apple pie. Eren say, "We're ready to." Historia say, "Yes." We put things in the basket and left in the direction of the meadow. Capital I. It was full of turquoise, roses, clavels and many kinds of flowers. It was beautiful, and what was not full of flowers was full of green grass with sprinkles. The weather was cool. Neither too hot nor too cold. This environment was ideal. The air was fresh. There weren't so many insects in the part we chose, so it was ideal. Eren say, "Historia has told you go descent that I'm or estate Abigail. Do you think that me and Ernest pass queer estate vray?" I didn't even understand J. Historia say, "No question mark." Eren say, "Well, it means they say that love is blind, because mine is not." Capital B. Because it is true. Historia say, "Eren, that's beautiful. No one had told me before." Eren say, "I know it's strange." Historia say, "It is not. They had never told me before. You are the first. I love you." Eren blushed like a take. Eren say, I love you also." He approached me and began to kiss me passionately. Follow Eren. "I want more from you." Eren say, "Well, we should eat." I was a bit disappointed. But that's life. When we started eating, it was delicious. It was very good to eat that meal. When we finished we left a while doing digestion too. The body. And suddenly Eren approached me and grabbed my waist and began to spin with me in the air. After that he shot my enzyme and kissed my neck. He started licking and licking. Eren say, "This is my brand." After that I turned to Eren and the papers are reversed. I started doing the same. I started kissing her neck to the point of leaving a mark. Historia say, "And that is mine." Then we began to circle the grass and flowers. It was beautiful, that moment of my life. After that we stopped and he started doing something with their flowers. He made a wreath of flowers. But how pretty. Eren say, "For you, my queen." He put the wreath on my head. I started making one with turquoise plus story say, "For you, my king." I put the wreath on her head. We both stare at each other. This is love. Well, it is. It is the most precious thing in the world, he found out.
A week later. Historia woke up with a very high temperature. Historia say you sneeze and you get a little bit. I notice the cold of Historia. I immediately put my hand on his forehead. It's boiling. Eren say you have a lot of temperature. You should rest.
I got a little cold a few days ago, but it was mild and now this cold has grown. I feel very tired. Eren say you have a lot of temperature. I should rest. Story say yes. I'm going to sleep. I lay in bed alone with a sheet. Since if I wear many I will roast alive, but if I don't have it, I will catch a cold more.
I went for some water and towels. Upon arrival I soaked a wipe and then squeezed it, and put it on my forehead. After that I prepared chicken stock and gave it slowly. Then I repeated the same procedure. Story say Eren. Can you make me a chamomile tea? Eren say sure. I started walking and looking for chamomile. I saw a chamomile bush around here in the forest. Where will it be?
Eren went in search of chamomile. What a dream. I started dreaming about Ymir. Ymir say Krista. Who do you like? I turned to see her. Historia, Krista, say this. Eren Ymir say that suicide ? Historia, Krista, say yes. Ymir say well. They are your worst tastes. Understand that I am not going to leave Eren, as well as approaching you, and I do not think Mikasa does too. Historia, Krista, say it's true. But you can dream, right? Ymir say there Krista. That was not a dream. It is more a memory of the times where I was with Ymir. When I opened my eyes was Eren watching me. Suddenly he blushed and he gave me. What happened?
When I came back to pick up the chamomile, how I did he took you directly to the Historia room. When I went up I saw Historia with a beautiful angelic face. Seeing her asleep reminded me of the story of the Sleeping Beauty. Should I kiss Historia? When I was approaching Historia she woke up. I just blushed and gave him he. Then he went back to sleep, and took care of her all day. To my little girl plus cold.
A time has passed. I already recovered from my flu. We live on this earth. I have not known more about how the situation is in the walls or how they are being governed, but I do not doubt that Armin does a good job. I am happy at the moment with Eren. As I am the queen of the walls, or at least I was once, I have the authority to marry, so declare us husband and wife.
It has been a very stressful task to govern the walls. Subsequently, Marleyan ships have arrived on the island. I and Hang have received them. A very tall woman named Yelena betrayed her captain and revealed herself against Hit. I gave them refuge in the walls to start a new life. Yelena was disappointed that Ren was not there. He says his brother Zeke would have loved to contact him.
We have lived happily these years. We have had 2 children whom we call Armin and Grisha. Eren knew that the end of his life was near and said that he does not intend to give his titan power to someone, that when he dies, I and his children will return to the walls.
At that time I would not have imagined it. At that time, in Mali, William Tybur organized a festival calling on other nations to attack Eldia. And they attack the walls. I let my hair and beard grow in those years. I was unrecognizable and you should go to the city to buy something. Until, finding in a bar, I learned the same thing through some soldiers who they commented on it. They had seen a huge amount of Malian ships approaching the island. They have seen it through the harbor telescope, the lantern. As soon as I heard about the attack, I went to the forest and told Historia and my Why children to stay here, going out to Historia to activate the coordinate. Take the horse I had bought and I went to Shinganshina. Shout. Activating the Colossal. I gave them the order to go to the port to end the Malian army.
It has been very strange to wake up after years. I am surprised that I have not received death or something similar. I suppose it is the way Armin pays me not to kill him. The time I have to go to a Mali war against the walls, not fight, just to stop it. Armin thinks he can stop this through dialogue. I hope he is not mistaken. When he arrives, neutralize Rhino and take him out of the Titan. I was surprised to see that the walls were with the Colossal destroying the Malian fleet. My house. I'm glad to see Eren. When I saw that Eren came back, I approached and knocked down the jaw titan. This war was warm. Arming as current representative of King of the Walls demanded to talk to solve things. To which the wounded Marliya and a fleet accepted. They would gather in the nation of Historia, the nation of my ancestors, to speed good terms.
Tomorrow I have to meet with the representatives of Marley to try to solve this, and I have no idea what to say. I hit Ren for being irresponsible when I saw him again. Ren told me what he has done these years, leaving Mikasa very angry. In the Hisru nation, we met on one side, Ren and Annie, on the other, Willie Tybur, her sister and Zeke. I negotiated with Marley, delivered to Annie, and in the end both nations reached an agreement. Marley retires with Annie, while I and the others returned to the walls. Ren stayed to live with his family until the curse of 13 years killed him. Shortly after I learned that, Zeke and Marley organized a revolution that ended human rights for the Eldians. Currently, who was once my friend, Ren has died and the coordinate and the attacker reincarnated in two boys who did not know they had such powers. You ask me who they will be. This is the compilation of the adventure that your parents have seen from different perspectives, and I leave it to you. Children of Ren.